Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are jumping back into our game with Ubar. It is turn 70, and we are doing as fast as I goddamn can to get through all these turns. We're not reading most of this stuff. This must be Dark Skies. Oh, there it is. And he is getting so unlucky. When he cast, I feel so bad for Sakne. He did Galegate, and then he overwrote Galegate when he cast Vengeful Waters, and now he did Dark Skies and overwrote Vengeful Waters. I mean, how unlucky can you be? Oh, and I don't know when this happens. Maybe that was last turn. Oh, wait, we have to go back and check, guys. 1 second. Because Gifted Nature's Bounty went up, and I don't think that was East of Eden. I think that was what got cast this turn. Okay, yeah, Dark Skies went up this past turn and overrode Vengeful Waters. Mother Oak was up. And Mother Oak is going to get replaced this coming turn, turn 70, by Gifted Nature's Bounty. Now, I want to slow down here, because we are now getting to the part of the game where things are going to get really interesting again. I think Sakne was also a little bit busy with real life stuff, and I think he kind of got OD'd a little bit on Dominions, and yeah, he actually, I think it's about, no, I can't remember if he played this one out or if we got a sub for him at the end. I think he played this one out. I think he played, or no, he started staling a little bit right now, is I think what happened. Some of the other games he was in, he ended up not finishing. He kind of just disappeared. I hope he's okay. Anyway. But this war with Sakne actually wasn't super exciting. You can see we didn't have a huge part in it. We did some things. We didn't exactly play very well. But Pangaea has put up Gift of Nature's Bounty. There are only a few globals which change the game state so much that you basically have to stop what you're doing and go deal with them. They are Gift of Nature's Bounty. This will triple your gold income if you have max Dominion. So, like, if you're making 100 gold a turn, you're going to be making 300 gold a turn. And the thing, though, is when you look at your disposable income, because you've got a lot of upkeep, if you're making 100 gold a turn, but you have 50 gold upkeep, you're really only making 50 gold a turn. And if you go up to 300 gold a turn and you've got 50 gold upkeep, well, you're going to be making 250. So in some ways, it's kind of like up to a 5x increase in disposable income. It's a lot. You have a lot more money to spend every turn. This is one of the game-winning spells. This will shift the game state so much that the balance of power, however it was before, doesn't necessarily matter anymore. So Pangaea, my plan at this point, and I haven't been talking about it too much, was, and that was one of the reasons I've been pretty eager to get my share of the spoils in the Airmore War, is my plan is, because I've been slightly vassalized to Pangaea, but it's been like, okay, as long as Pangaea doesn't do anything to like go for a throne rush or try to win the game, I'll try to align my Diplo with him. So I talked to Pangaea, made sure it was cool with me going after Airmore and all this stuff, and he was cool with all that. Well, we ended our nap with Pangaea this turn. And the reason is because this is a game-winning move. Pangaea puts up Gift of Nature's Bounty. You know, we could try to dispel it. He's had Mother's Oak all game. We're not going to probably be able to dispel it. Dispelling it is a good idea, but, I mean, I might actually have the pearls to do it. Not really. This not enough. So we're ending our non-aggression pact. We made a declaration in the all game channel. So you had 70, now 71 and 72 to prepare, so attack orders can be issued on 72 and land on 73. So yeah, we're going to war with Pangaea apparently. I wanted to finish this thing with Airmore, but in some ways this was well timed, because it's like, oh, we're busy with Airmore. Maybe they won't declare war on me right now. Nope. Everybody, now, Kalos is going to be busy dealing with finishing off Airmore more than I am, because for me, there's not much left fighting to do. But we're going to go fight Pangaea. They are in a way better position than me, and we're going to go off and fight them. Now, if they crush me, then they're probably just going to win the game. So Kailasa has to be ready to come and help reasonably quickly. But Kailasa, I think, has ended their non-aggression pact with them as well. And that will kind of prevent Pangaea probably from all-inning me. Now, in some ways, this is like the master play that you use to win the game. The problem with this is actually the moment where this is a big mistake. This is a huge mistake. Now, it's possible this mistake can win him the game. But the thing is, I was about to team up with him to go after Kailasa. If we beat up Kailasa together, and then he puts up Gift of Nature's Bounty, what kind of coalition is there to fight him? It's going to be me versus him. And he's going to have Gift of Nature's Bounty playing goddamn Pangaea with the perfect counter blessed for Ubar. I mean, how do you think that will go? So, this was actually a major mistake. Major mistake. Now, it is a major mistake, like I said, that could win him the game. I think the odds are in his favor for winning the game right now. But if he had played it right, instead of it being like a 60% chance to win, it could be like a 90% chance to win. So we'll see. We will see. But we've ended our non-aggression pact. We're storming this. We need to get in here ASAP. We're doing mostly elemental spam. We're doing some air elementals, doing some marble warriors. We've got these guys. I don't even think I'm bringing them in. Some air elementals. We're doing a lot of elementals. We'll watch this. It'll be a cool battle. And we're raiding here as best we can. Our capital, we're mostly making Shaitan every turn. We're starting to make Jin because we have money again. And we're going to need those for storming forts and stuff. And yeah, God, this is so weird looking back on it. We're summoning eagles. We've got a fair amount of air income, but one of the things we're going to just have to do is I need siege chaff. We're going to have to get through these forts. My goals probably will be to take this stuff in the near term and then to not die. Those are my goals. And I mean, guys, we don't have a phenomenal gem income. It's better than it was. And we have some fire gems, which we can use to blow some things up. I think we're getting reasonably close to Evocation 9. We're going to hit Alt 9 first. It's going to be pretty important for our guys surviving White Centaur. But once we have that, it's, yeah, we're, I don't know. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Pangaea, the other thing that I haven't really shown you is there's a huge amount of Dominion pressure starting to come out from Pangaea. My Dominion, if we look at it, has been steady. It's about to actually start going down a little bit. And that's because Pangaea, you don't normally think of it as a blood sacrifice nation, but they can blood sacrifice like crazy. So if you look at Pangaea, they can perform blood sacrifices. Great. Well, how do they get blood? Well, they get all of their pans can blood hunt. They're really expensive blood hunters, but they can do it. And then you can get vampires and stuff later. And all of your dryads are holy too, and they can all blood sacrifice too. So you actually get a phenomenal amount of Dominion pressure coming out from Pangaea. Which is a problem, because we've been like shoestring budgeting, like we hardly have any forts. We only have Holy One preachers. Most of our land is like 10 Dominion strength Airmore, or like we're barely just getting our candles into the Ulm stuff. And this is still neutral. So it's a bit of a problem. But that story is just starting, the Dominion pressure, and not to do too much of a spoiler, but it gets way, way worse. With us ending the non-aggression pact, he starts cranking this up to like 1 million, the Dominion pressure. So we'll see. Anyway, we've got a turn or two until the war actually kicks off. So we'll go ahead and go to the next one, turn 671. Oh, which we don't have. So, okay, I'm going to tell you what happens. And this is the first turn of war. And you can see the forces of Ubar rolling out. So, and if we have too many gaps, because this is kind of the fun part, I'll go back and fill stuff in, but... we'll just see if any of these are interesting here. So that's not interesting. That's versus PD, versus PD, versus PD, versus PD, versus PD, versus PD. Okay. We're trying to corrupt some Jade sources. Here you can see Frozen Heart wrecks the shit out of Shaitan. And I think we've even got some cold resistance from this thing. It's not enough. Spellcasting interrupted. And then we retreat. Turn 1 Incinerate, guys. I'm telling you, it's the best. Here we lose 2 Shaitan. That's a pretty big deal. 3 Shaitan. Dryad killing a Lich. This is interesting. I think they use maggots. Which is a kind of weird trade because, yeah, you kill... Okay, he had a fair amount of gear on him, so this was definitely worth it for 1 Dryad in a gym. But a lot of times, he's going to do this a lot, and it's not always a great deal. All right, Pangaea's attacking with a Thug. It's got a Lion Pelt, a Shield, and a Frostbrand. Very budget. Anyway, we have a great Sword of Sharpness, so we did okay. Here he attacks and is successful. Here he attacks, is successful. Here he attacks and we have a Ka and a Lich. And I think I do a bunch of elemental summoning and then skeletons. I have no idea. Are those guys who are doing Earth Grip? Yeah, I think they were just doing Earth Grip. We get a Moonblade. Here he raids and is successful. Here he raids. The thing is, he can make so many of these little raiding parties because he has Gift of Nature's Bounty. And he's had it for a few turns. We'll do an update on what the Dominion pressure is like, but he can just do so much raiding pressure with Pangaea, having Gift of Nature's Bounty. Earth Grip coming in clutch. Air Elementals coming in clutch. Get the fuck out of here. Guys, I want to emphasize what a shoestring budget we're doing this on. I spent a fair amount of time doing all these turns too. Demon Bane, I'm doing Fire Elementals here. Yoink. Okay, he almost died. I don't know why we bumped here. Kilos and I aren't fighting. Okay, and that's that. So, let's take a look. So first of all, you can see my Dominion's getting pushed pretty hard. He's got 2 candles all over here. This is my cap circle, guys. And it's got two candles here. And he's damn near pushing it out over here. If we look at our Dominion, we can see it start to go down now. You can see it's on a decline. For provinces, we're actually doing okay. We're doing pretty fine in the raiding war. And we've got a lot of traps set up. We've got, like, here, this guy's set up to do Horde of Skeletons. This guy's here going to do Fire Elementals and Pillar of Fire. And we have been planning on this. We didn't have it quite ready for the first opening salvo of the war, but I want to take this throne from him. And we're going to do that with a boatload of Eagles who have phenomenal siege strength. You look at the siege strength here is 900. Yeah, it's really good. So we're going to be moving in everybody over here. Just an enormous amount of shit. I think I'm magic phasing on it so he won't see. But I've calculated up. I should have enough to one turn pop it. But these guys are coming in, and they're going to be able to do Earthquake, I think. Though they may need a couple more gems. But we've got a bunch of Earthquake casters coming in, basically. And since most of our stuff is flying, and most of his stuff is not, it will hopefully kill his Mage Core. So that's the plan. One turn popping this, and then a bunch of Earthquake casting. And then the rating, we're just putting... We've got... Guys, this is the thing. You don't defend against this bullshit Pangaea rating with just PD. We've got all of our mages out. We've got gems on all of our mages. There's traps everywhere, okay? I've scripted all this shit. I don't like doing it, but I've done it. Basically, everywhere we're raiding. We are raiding here. We're raiding there. This is a cool place. Ashen Fields. It's got a conjuration bonus. We're using it not right now, but we're going to be getting a lot of Wraith Lords up here. Why it's nice to have a Lich situated over in that direction. And you can see we've cleaned up the rest of Airmore. We stormed this successfully. We missed those turns. We're not really missing much, guys. Okay, this is when the meat and potatoes starts of the whole game, really. Of the whole game, for me. Well, that's not true. We had a super exciting and salty early game. But, and we're just in like, I mean, it's hard to imagine I built my first fort on turn 30. I'm like proud of that and embarrassed all at the same time. We're trying to lock this fort down too. Locking this down is really important if we're going to one turn pop this. It means it's going to be really hard for him to do reinforcements. Even if there's not much in here, there could be stuff in there. And I can't remember... I can't remember where. There's a huge White Centaur army running around. I'm sure it will show itself. All right, so that's turn 74. Let's go check out turn 75. And this will probably be the last one for this episode. As we get ever closer to the worst turn ever. This didn't work. Oh no, who is this? It's a fucker with Moonblade and Salt. He's going to make me very, very sad. Yoink. Yoink, 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 yoink. Okay. This is why these guys are not really very good thugs and super combatants. They're better casters. We got riggedy wrecked. Angeria is right here. But we had another battle in Angeria where we moved the army in. And we earthquaked the shit out of him. And then we did Firestorm. And that fixed all that problem of these idiots out here. And we have one turn popped the fort. This, we successfully killed all the PD and put this fort under siege. As for the rest of the raiding, let's take a look. We killed this dude. This is just one of the traps he ran into, so we'll look at it. It was very efficient Pangaea raiding. Got a couple Earth Elementals. Yoink. Here he was successful. We don't have counter raiders everywhere because I'm too goddamn poor. Here we kill a Vampire Lord. I don't remember if this guy... I don't remember anything. Okay, yeah, he was naked. Here's one that didn't go well. This one, we actually had a trap set up. We're summoning air elementals, but I think he's got the anti-Ubar kit, which, I don't know, just these things. So he gets trampled a little bit, but he chops those things up so goddamn fast. I think he had quick himself. So that with two weapons actually is pretty good. Anyway, he murders all my stuff. He runs at the last second because I can't remember what we did. But anyway, this was mostly a win for him. We just technically won. And here he's running in with some white centaur, which are like the bane of my goddamn existence. Yeah, this guy was just a Pillar of Fire's caster. It didn't work. And more white centaur. And okay, this was the battle in Jiria. Okay, here we caught some dude. I don't think there was anything special about this. Oh yeah, we made some more elementals. Get wrecked. These are all expensive because these are usually like a fire one or earth one mage making them. So this is like at least 3 gems per elemental. But we're killing his thugs. We're keeping our land. Well, sort of. We're getting raided to shit. Here we kill another one. And we're getting, we're turning some of these gems that we're putting into elementals, we're turning them into gear. Like we got a black kite shield. Nice. And that's basically that. So, honestly, it's complicated enough. You kind of just have to look at the province graph. How was this turn? Okay, it wasn't great. We lost some provinces. But we have cracked this fort, and we are going to be going in. We are going to be going in. And we're going to be storming with Earthquake. We're also going to be moving a reasonably big crew over here. We're going to be moving a bunch of Eagles, doing Marble Warriors and stuff on them and then attack closest. And if he moves like a small pack of White Centaur, we'll crush them. Because these guys are pretty good with Marble Warriors on them. I don't think, have Alt 9 yet. We'll be getting that this next turn. But anyway, this should be kind of okay. I can't remember. We're cloud trapezing on 158. Right here. We're trying to get all these goddamn temples down because the Dominion is becoming a problem. It's becoming a big, fat, hairy problem. We look at my Dominion for this turn. Down again. He's blood sacking like crazy. Which sucks because he has shitty scales. Look at these goddamn scales. I want my good scales. I don't want this garbage coming in from Pangaea. He started to raid over here. We're running around. We actually don't have much set up for counter raiding on this part of the world. And we could have. I could have moved some of these guys out, but I kind of want to finish some of my research things too. But just almost everywhere, well, here we killed one guy and we got a bunch of stuff. Vine Shield, Lodestone Amulet. We're going to go drop that off in a lab, but he's raiding us over here. Here we're sending super budget raiders. They're just going to do Pillar of Fire with this. They may die, they may not. You have to just take stuff. I mean, look at these budget raids we're doing, okay? They may not work, they may. This guy's going to make a bunch of earth elementals in this. We're just raiding everywhere. And meanwhile, we're trying to keep our blood economy kind of going a little bit. We've got a little bit of blood hunting going over here, a little bit of blood hunting going over here. Anyway, desperate times, boys. Now, the other thing that's important is Kailasa is starting to kind of join the war, but not really. They're kind of sitting there and letting the two of us fight, which honestly is the most common thing for monkeys to do. And I think about this time the monkeys get a sub. Maybe it's a little bit later. But this player who plays the monkeys loves watching other people fight. Now, he did make a pretty, he did do the heavy lifting here against Airmore, but I've just never been surprised by him ever sitting here and letting me grind it out with somebody. And so anyway, this is all happening. And what are we at? We're at 20-something minutes, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. But it is just every province is under contention almost every turn. And sometimes I have counter raiders there, sometimes I don't. If I was a bit richer, I would have more. But we're doing things on a shoestring budget. I'm also trying to save up gems because I really want to be able to put up a global. And I'm not exactly sure what global it's going to be, but I need to start banking them up because winning late game is going to have a lot to do with banking some gems. So we're spending a lot to maintain territory, but we're not doing frivolous spending if I can help it. We're trying to bank some, which is tough. So that's like a conflict. But anyway, we're out of time. So I will see you all next time. Take care.